Okay, and we're back for episode 2 of our Ace Attorney Let's Play, whatever we were going to call it.
Hello.
Yeah. I accidentally clicked once. This is the line right after the last episode because I clicked back in the game accidentally. So, anyways, let's get back into it.
Brewing the experience.
Well, here, this is it then.
I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind.
The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba?
Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean
you can't use my sword.
You can't use my sword. That's what I was gonna say.
I knew it.
Take it. Well, I can still act as your assistant.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Of course, a sword. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
He really has been sticking his oar in it, hasn't he? By oar, I mean dick.
It's an old-timey fucking phrase. Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. In the bathroom. I need any help. Kazuma?
Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats.
Just trying to figure out what you just said.
Asshole.
Only if you rein in that crazy headband. Literally called it out. And control the cold stares first.
It's the headband wearing ass.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. And my diary. Alex, you're up.
This is Alex. You got it.
Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga.
Satoru Hosonaga?
Satoru Hosonaga? I am the head waiter at a restaurant, Western-style restaurant called Le Carnival.
Sorry.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh! I didn't shoot him. It wasn't me. You seem to be coughing up some,
I'll just wipe it on the same thing I used to wipe down the tables.
It's a regular occurrence. It doesn't really bother me.
Well, it really should. It's blood, dude. Yeah, as everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, whatever those are, an Occidental eatery 3 days ago.
Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
Just goes all the way down, just... That's why he has a blood coming out of him. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Fucking lawyer boy. Damn.
Perspiring maybe, but aspiring?
It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over. There were only 3 tables still occupied. Stragglers.
That fits in with my memory, too, of it. There was hardly anyone else in the place.
It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery.
Crockery?
Sorry, I've been eating a lot of warheads, and they're really tearing up my mouth.
Jesus, a gunshot rang out, so I hurried to the dining area to see what happened. What kind of warheads have you been eating that makes you bleed from your mouth?
Regular ass warheads, are you kidding me?
Right, thank you, Terry. Thank you for immediately understanding. They're awful. They rip into your mouth, man.
Do you chew them or something? Like,
It's the acidity of them. It just
Are they still a thing? They gotta be out
they
of
yeah.
business. There's
No, warheads are absolutely a thing. People out there are savages.
Jesus.
I found the victim, an English gentleman, slept in his chair. I've never had that problem. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes, that was me. I was there. I shot that dude. Wait, wait, that slipped out. I didn't shoot him. That was just a joke. Sorry, I'm a joker. Hold on, let me just clarify something.
I think I got everything I need.
While I did pick up that gun I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. Oh, I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw. You amateur. But
The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized. Defendant Naruto.
Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back.
with my sword. Wink.
For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
This guy with his head.
Wait for our chance
What
to
is this?
strike.
We'll just catch him outside the court.
It's fine. We'll jump him later.
If I may confirm one point, waiter, who does not have a name outside of waiter, standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in the court today.
Yes, without question.
This dude is dying.
He's
Fine.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
Sir, it was an English muffin.
Sorry.
Right, huh?
He tried for this crime. He wasn't human.
It's like, huh? Wasn't he an English muffin? What are
Strike
you-
that from the record, please.
There was no one else around that table?
What's the matter, Ryunosuke?
That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite of him at this table.
Really? Really?
Really?
A little peaked right there. Really?
A woman, you said.
And it's like headband just starts going. That's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? As
Oh, you gotta interject.
dude, as someone
Objection.
as someone who's actually been to court, a real court, you're supposed to wait. You're supposed to wait for your turn to
This ain't
present.
real court. I got a sword, man.
All right, so as my assistant, are you telling me to interject?
No,
I go for wait and see.
you'll get penalized.
Okay.
Because this is
No.
boring court.
This is boring court. I want battle court.
Battle.
It's like battle bots, but in the court.
Whoever doesn't die wins the case.
I desperately want to say something, but I was told not to interject.
Ryunosuke. ... If your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who would diligently get to work, aren't you?
I suppose I am, unless there's a gun around.
Then I go crazy.
then I go
Fire 'em
fucking
off.
ballistic. Guns
You
are
can't
cool.
always follow the rules in life, you know. Wow, so you got it wrong. Wow. If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty.
That's not how. Well, maybe feudal court works this way. All right, you scared me. I won't forget that piece of advice in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'm just gonna shut my eyes and say it. I shitted myself.
Yes! Fuck yeah!
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting at the same table.
Jesus.
Dear me, dear me. What are we gonna do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud.
Damn.
Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer at all? I am a student, sir. I don't have my lawyer sword yet.
Please, have you seen my pin? Osanaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy.
His lazy brain.
Is lazy. A smooth brain? No.
That's it.
The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I don't believe it. Sorry, I don't have a lot of time left. Can we get this over?
I'm dying, so we can hurry this up. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to. But do not take it from me.
It's my only copy.
Let me see.
It was a really good sketch, and I want to save it and
really
hang it on the wall later. Please give it back.
Sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume.
Yes.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
How was that? How
Because
can
I
we
threw it that way?
Right, yeah. Like, what are we getting out of this? There's 4 chairs per table?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter.
Well, you're very alive right now.
Thank you, sir.
Ah!
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well, I kind of
I
wanted to...
really need it back.
It's my
Is
only
there a
business card.
hand the plan to the court officer. Of course. Here you are.
What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected till now.
Something certainly seems to have shaken him.
All right, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's about to astound you with his vocabulary.
Yeah. So we took a small break there. I accidentally clicked again, trying to pause it. So, Ouchie
Yeah.
said, so the court has now heard a précis of the case, which is a French word for mean summary of a speech or text. We definitely didn't look it up.
Oui.
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem that we are looking at a black and white case here. An open and shut case.
Sir, he only
Exclamation mark.
he only drew in a black pen. That's why it's black and white.
That's the Defendant Naruhodo.
Yes, Your Excellency.
You shit yourself in my court.
just a little bit.
If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in the terms of your inevitable punishment. Oh, that's me. Yes, I was reading it. I didn't know it was him. I was assuming since he had his fingers on his glasses, he was doing the anime thing. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. What did you think I should do, Kazuma? What did you think I'd do?
What do you mean? I'm not a lawyer.
What did you say? Well, I'm gonna be found guilty in one way or another, it seems.
I wasn't paying attention.
Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence?
He's looking at you coldly.
Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these peculiarities. You said it. Professor Makoba said it, and now he has the judge, the prosecutor. I lost that whole sentence.
It's because you're scared.
Yeah, I'm just covered in shit. I'm scared. I'm scared what lies ahead if I push this. I'm scared of what happens if I push this, Kasu.
As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. So just do whatever it is you're doing, and I'm gonna disassociate for a little while. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? You're gonna fucking fight me? I have a sword.
You bastard.
If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary, including a sword. I'm gonna fucking stab someone is what I'm saying. Are you gonna abandon that duty? Are you gonna give up on yourself?
Are you gonna vote abandon?
Battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke.
That's how. Yeah.
The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. Fuck you.
I challenge the prosecutor to a sword duel. This is bullshit.
We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses.
Damn.
Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is.
Starting to heat up. All right.
Oh, look at him over there. Ah!
Indeed. Prosecutor Ouchie, please continue with the proceedings.
Tisk. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint. Others call me a penmanship champion. But I can be a devil when I want to be. On paper.
Some say I'm a one of one. Wrong. I'm the only one.
In a few short moments from now, that dump truck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witnesses.
Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Hey, it's Eraserhead.
Eraserhead?
Yeah. He's got an eraser on his head.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
All right, who wants to take this guy?
Yes, sir. Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Yasunosa reporting for duty, sir.
Myself, I find employers of rare fine articles in antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation. Nippon.
What? What?
I get that.
I came from Rosite, a humble premises in the second district. Curio correct at your service.
Do you need some tea or something, old man? Like, clear that dry ass throat?
Yeah, it's getting to that point. I'm
An
feeling
antique
it.
dealer
Yeah,
and
oh,
a
I am.
soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon. I not infrequently converse with the interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business.
I can't understand a word that old man is saying.
All right, you got it. Al.
Fucking nailed it.
You fucking nailed it.
Really saw that one coming. What the fuck did you just say? sarcasm.
Oh, he's an antique dealer, and
here
it
for
sounds
the
like he's a
sleeping.
regular at Le Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may be interested in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them.
This dude's slanging wares inside of a restaurant?
He obviously targets Le Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Fuck yeah! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir!
Ah!
It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearms, sir!
This man is as impossible to understand as the other. He's speaking pure English. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said.
So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment he shot the victim dead.
Yes.
Sorry. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, it's all the shit in my pants and around my feet. It's very it's sticky right now. If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start because of all the shit.
It's very warm. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred.
Yeah, I'm standing by to report, sir.
Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon.
Witness testimony.
Where am I?
What the witness saw.
I was adjusting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian and from the back. Cowardly little weasel.
I was on my hands and knees, investigating whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. Where am I? Well, so you, Surgeon Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
That wicked university cadet, sir, the cruel and unforgivable enemy.
It's just that he's a knife!
What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in broad light of day.
But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anybody.
Is that really true, Ryunosuke?
Yes, all I did was pick up the gun I saw lying on the floor
I doubt you.
and shoot someone with it.
Wait a minute.
After I said hello
This isn't
to
adding up.
After I said
Something's
hello
not
to
right.
Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English muffin made gun next to the chair where Professor was sitting. Is this an English muffin?
It's a gun.
I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it.
Professor had a blicky.
So I bent down and just as I was picking it up, bang! I shot him! Just keeps just admitting to shooting someone. over and over.
Well,
Oh,
if that-
sorry. It's so
Somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue to who the criminal was.
There is.
Me.
I thought it was just me, so. You must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses.
Cross-examine?
Examine? Do it now.
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring the despicable student to justice.
Certainly, the testimony the court has heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this church.
Yes, I'm going to jail! Excuse me.
I gotta go to the bathroom. What in the name of the emperor is the meaning of this outburst?
I shit myself again.
I want poop.
I mean, the defense demands its rights to a cross-examination.
Oh.
Dear me, let me guess. The Hachamaki headband boy next to me told me to do it. How pathetic. Huh? How did he know?
It's like he's a real lawyer.
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How could he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination.
Yeah.
Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant.
Get him, Terry.
Kazumi is so commanding and so handsome. Ah!
Very well. Scared the shit out of me. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
All right. This is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke.
But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
Take my sword.
Then you'll know.
Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses. The lies in the witnesses' statements.
How?
You didn't fire the gun. Probably not. You probably didn't fire the gun.
He's just sitting there shaking his head, yes.
Probably.
Uh-huh.
Which means that what the soldiers said is a lie.
Well, yes, but
It's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence.
right. Evidence. I have that.
I know what that is.
Evidente.
All you do is present some evidence, some decisive, indisputable evidence that it proves the witness is lying. Like my fist. Let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you.
Like your hips, Ryunosuke. They don't lie.
They don't lie.
Like that wagon you're carrying on the back.
All right, then. It's all or nothing. Believe it.
Cross-examination. What the witnesses saw.
I was ingesting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Okay.
I thought I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden cuirass to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's action with my own eyes.
I'm gonna press him on it.
Yeah, press him real good.
So you're saying you actually saw me at that time?
Fuck yeah.
Affirmative! I seen it!
Seen it with my own eyes. Laughing, cackling like a madman as you train the barrel of your gun on the English civilian.
But wait, but that's impossible! I only...
Allow me to confirm just one point, please. What's that, Private? I gotta give him a twang. Thinking carefully on the statement you just made, it seems to me, ... that it must have been just after you heard the gunshot that you looked over to the victim's table. And so what if it was?
Yes.
Well, if that really is the case,
So what? I'll lie in a court case. I don't give a shit. Where's my money?
it would mean that you didn't, in fact, see the precise moment when the killer actually fired the gun. Arr, you got me there, partner.
You do time and hay licking.
My sixth sense.
Sorry?
You know.
You know the
My
movie?
sixth sense of danger.
The movie with Bruce Willis. Bruce Willie.
Haley Joel Osment. My sixth sense of danger picked up the waves of murderous energy radiating from your foul mind. Which means, a split second before you pulled the trigger, I was looking right at you, cadet.
Surely that's not really possible, is it? He's not a wizard, right?
Fuck you mean I'm not a wizard? Do you think I'd got where I am today in the army if I couldn't sense danger in the air, son? Well, it would seem this soldier is absolutely convinced that he saw you do the deed.
This is not good.
This doesn't look good for you, Dwight.
The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on English civilian and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
Wasn't it from the front? It looked like it was from the front. I'm pressing him again.
Oh,
No, well, I was saying take a look at your evidence, but
Oh. So this black uniform university cadet, which wasn't me, that you're describing. So you're saying what?
he just completely like changed right there.
Terry?
had just about enough of your sauce, cadet.
Yeah.
Who else do you see around here in black uniform, huh?
Well, there's someone standing right next to me. Fits the description pretty well, but whatever.
We'll talk about him.
It was you, you little weasel. You unloaded the firearm on that man. From behind his back, you
Little
call
baby?
yourself a citizen of the great empire of Nippon? You disgust me.
Empire Nippon.
Nippon. What is it, Ryunosuke?
I think I can't shit anymore. Well, I'm not quite sure. Something stinks in here. But I can't put my finger on it. Something's playing on my mind?
In that case, check back over the details of the evidence you've gathered from the court. If you find any inconsistency there with what the witness just said, then don't hold back.
Oh, the gunpowder was found on the front of him.
All right, there you go.
Present the evidence to the court. Here, take my sword.
And thrust it into the witness's face. Make him choke on it.
On it.
Kazuma.
Like, and you want to commit murder. I was on my head and I'll go back actually.
Yeah, how do I go back?
Yeah. There's an arrow on the left, okay, or not?
Listen, Ryunosuke. We know there are lies lurking in these statements. Time to expose them.
The question is, how?
Like I said before, the key to this is
Using the
okay.
evidence, sorry.
You can examine and present evidence with a witness by giving testimony by pressing E. Go through each witness statement and details about each piece of evidence and compare all the facts.
Okay.
Somewhere in there, you'll find something that just doesn't add up. In other words, an inconsistency.
Like our accents. I get it.
When you find a statement and a piece of evidence that seem to contradict each other, you whack them with your fucking sword.
Yep. Just beat the hell out of them with it.
Just be careful.
Absolutely murder them.
Just be careful, because the sword is really sharp.
Because if you assert a contradiction that has no basis, you'll be given a penalty. It's like a flag on the play. It's like football. You know football, right?
You ever play hockey?
You know American football here in Japan, right?
If you're dealt too many penalties, the defense's case will fall apart. You'll receive a guilty verdict.
Shit. Okay. All right. I'll give it a try. Believe it. Kazuma?
You can hear the witness's statements over and over again as many times as you like. I'm still here. I just disassociated real quick.
Sorry.
So keep your head and be measured in your attack. Good luck, partner.
Good luck, partner.
A guy who keeps dissociating that has a sword.
Okay.
All right.
Be
I was
safe.
thinking about polishing my sword. Are we done here yet?
Not that one.
Not this
Court
one.
takes
This
forever.
one.
That's
And
the one.
now present a photo.
He was shot from the front and in the chest and subsequently died.
Oh, and then I move it. Here! The bullet wound! Present.
R to present.
Oh,
Everyone's like, yeah.
no,
What
sir.
are you playing at, cadet? What's the meaning of this It's subordination. Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache. My perfectly coiffed mustache.
In your
In front of everyone.
Inconsistency, sir. It's wrong. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my ass.
He's joking now. Everybody's joking now.
I think this proves beyond a doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. This is so frustrating.
Taking a nap real quick.
Oh, please. You don't even have a sword. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. Couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court and my headband, which you can see on my head.
Kazuma, what?
It's
What are
almost
you-
like you know what you're doing.
What are you talking about?
It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement.
What?
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 Sergeant Ayasa Nosa. Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian from the back of the cowardly little weasel. Fuck yeah. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military great eyes, sir.
Yes. But no, it just can't be.
And why not, cadet?
Because because of me. Kazuma.
Take a close look at the print.
You gotta look at him, cousin.
Can you tell him?
The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest, not the ass. Book him.
Lock him up.
Everybody's shitting themselves in this.
Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind? And that was the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it?
Oh, there's a baby.
Don't mind the baby.
That's controlling me like a mech. What the fuck? That baby? Someone just pooped up from behind his back and pushed it down again?
Ooped up.
Did that baby just shit?
Clear discrepancy with the facts here. The baby just shit. Blaming the baby for this shit that you covered.
Sir, Your Excellency, I think the baby shit in the courtroom. Definitely not me.
It got all over me. It's not mine.
Oh, the baby shit all over me. Baby put his shit in my pants.
The baby shit's coming up my ass.
Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Yeah. Don't mind my kid. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were lost in my child's eyes. Firmly fixed on the delicious Le Carnival steak, sir.
What? Okay.
The last testimony the court heard was proven one thing beyond a reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Ayasa Nosa, is a fucking fraud. Did not see the defendant firing the gun at all.
That's absurd.
To think the conclusion we must draw is simple. I think the conclusion is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this courtroom. Damn.
Let's have a baby behind him.
Damn, you went hard on him.
There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. Kazuba. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about.
But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes, I was, because I shot him.
Did.
But I never fired the gun.
I shot him, but I didn't fire the gun.
I fired and I missed. So I shot again and I missed.
All I did was pick up the floor, but then I missed.
Yeah.
You, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either. Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
I'm having a heart attack. Too busy on the floor. Sorry, what were you doing?
I was getting boogie, hunting for treasure.
Crumbs of food.
Hunting for booger sugar.
You see, I dropped all of my cocaine on the floor.
Treasure.
Drop my crack pipe.
Oh, shit.
Indeed, the Holy Air Combat, my prized coin.
Oh.
On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habit to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, La Soute.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you?
On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my whole treasure. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find, I did not. But I was presented with little alternative.
Booger sugar.
And then... After averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished.
The koban vanished?
Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there. And then it happened.
Ah!
You heard the gunshot, you mean?
Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoey treasure. Nothing could distract me.
Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No.
I see.
That lamentable day, the precious Hoey Koban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. Looking away. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon.
Ow!
Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now.
What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchie?
Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf in the back. Oh, wait.
There's wolves here?
Listen,
I just shit myself again.
I can't handle wolves.
I mean, the baby shitted in me.
Yeah, the baby shit on me again. My witnesses have further testimony to make.
Explain.
Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What?
What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? I wonder what he thinks of my sword.
Ah!
Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again.
Okay, I think we should call it here.
Yep.
This is a good point before we get into the next testimonies. We'll take a break. Call this for episode 2, and we'll come back after this.
We'll
I
break
think
for recess.
Yeah, we'll break for recess. I think I can save here.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
All right.
Wonderful. All right.
See you later.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you for the next one.
Bye, friends.